Have you ever felt like there's an invisible force keeping you from becoming the person you know you're capable of being? Like no matter how hard you try, something just keeps pulling you back. If that sounds familiar, you're not lazy, you're not unmotivated, and you're certainly not broken. In fact, you may simply be running a subconscious program that was installed years ago, sometimes decades ago. And that's exactly what we are here to discuss in today's Mindful Monday. Now, if it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from. If you have any questions or comments, you can of course put those there. And also, we love to hear any topics that you'd like to hear more about in the future. Also, you will want to make sure that you stay until the very end of this video to find out how you can receive some free gifts, including a hypnotic recording, it's an audio of course, on releasing limiting beliefs, which I created. Now, getting back to our topic for today. The fascinating thing about the subconscious mind is that it isn't concerned with whether a belief is true or not true. What it's concerned with is whether it's familiar to us. So if you've believed for years on end that you're not enough, that success is for other people, that you always quit, that relationships never work out, or that money is hard, or maybe that you have to struggle for everything, then your subconscious accepts those ideas as instructions for you. And not because they're true, but because they've been repeated over and over. So you can think of your subconscious as the operating system of your mind, right? Your conscious mind, the part that's listening to me right now, is like the apps on your phone. But the subconscious mind, that's the software that's running behind the scenes. Now, if this software contains outdated programming, then the apps can't perform very well, right? Just like the phone. So this is why willpower often fails us when we're attempting to change things, because willpower is conscious and real change happens when we update the subconscious operating system. And that's exactly what hypnosis is designed to help us do. Now, let's talk about limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is not simply a negative thought. It's an unconscious conclusion, a subconscious conclusion, if you will. It's something your younger self decided was true based on experiences that may have lasted only a few microseconds, a few moments in time. Maybe a teacher embarrassed you. Maybe a parent criticized you. Maybe someone left. Maybe you failed once. Maybe you watched the adults around you constantly worry about money. Your young mind wasn't thinking logically. Children don't ask questions like, is this objectively true? Instead, what they ask subconsciously in their minds is, what does this mean about me? Because the world revolves around them. So that's where beliefs begin. Now, it could be things like, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not lovable, I have to be perfect, or I have to earn approval, or I'll probably fail at this. It could be any of those. What's amazing is that these beliefs become our filters. So imagine wearing a pair of sunglasses with blue lenses. Everything around you looks blue. And it's not because the world is blue, but rather it's because the lens you're looking through is blue. Now, your beliefs work exactly the same way. If you believe people can't be trusted, your brain notices evidence that confirms it. It's one of the laws of the brain. We seek to confirm what we believe is true. Now, if you believe that you're unlucky, you'll overlook opportunities while noticing all of the setbacks. And this isn't because life is conspiring against you. It's because of something called the reticular activating system, or the RAS for short. And the RAS acts like a filter for your brain. Every second, millions of pieces of information compete for your attention. And your brain is deciding what's important, based largely on your beliefs. If you've ever bought a new car and suddenly noticed that same model everywhere around you, that's your RAS noticing these things. The cars were always there. It's not like everybody bought the same car as you. But now you're noticing them. Now your brain is noticing them. And the same thing happens with your other beliefs. Your subconscious says, find more proof that this belief is true. So if you believe that you're not confident, your brain is going to search for confirmation of this. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, it's going to search for opportunities everywhere. Neither belief actually changes reality. However, they do change what your brain is noticing. Now, here's where NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, becomes incredibly powerful. In NLP, we understand that the meaning we give an experience is often more important than the actual experience itself. Two people can live through nearly identical situations, and one becomes resilient while the other becomes fearful. The difference, well, that's the meaning that they assign to this experience. Meaning is not fixed, meaning can change, which means your future can change. One NLP technique that I love asks a simple question. What else could this mean? Let's imagine you applied for a promotion and didn't get it. A limiting belief might show up saying, I'm not good enough. But what else could it mean? It's a nice reframe, right? Maybe you need one more skill. Maybe someone else simply had more experience. Maybe something even better is coming. Maybe that job would have made you absolutely miserable. So your subconscious does not automatically consider alternative meanings. It usually grabs for the very first explanation. Now, our job is to gently teach it new possibilities. Another powerful NLP principle is that your identity drives your behavior. If someone believes something like, I'm trying to become confident, they'll occasionally act confidently. However, if someone begins believing, I am a confident person who's still growing, everything changes because of that I am. That's identity. Identity always wins over motivation. That's why people who identify as healthy naturally make healthier choices. People who identify as calm recover from stress more quickly. People who identify as capable look for solutions instead of problems. So today we're not just changing thoughts, we're planting new identity. We're updating the subconscious blueprint because once the blueprint changes, the behaviors begin changing naturally. Now, before we move into today's hypnosis, it's a demo, of course, I'd like for you to remember something very important. You don't have to fight your subconscious mind. Not at all. You don't have to force it, and you don't have to overpower it. The subconscious mind learns through repetition, through emotion, and through imagination. It also learns through safety and through experience. That's why hypnosis feels so natural. We're simply allowing your mind to become more receptive to healthier, more empowering patterns. Okay? So for our demo today, if you're somewhere safe where you won't be disturbed, just allow yourself to get nice and comfortable. You might choose to sit back in your chair, or you could even lie down if that's available to you. And so go ahead, and if you are in a safe place to do so, allow your eyes to close down. And take a slow, comfortable breath in. And as you exhale, allow the muscles around those eyes to soften. Allow your jaw to relax. And give yourself permission to simply listen. Because over the next several minutes, you may begin discovering just how ready your mind has always been to let go and to move forward. And as you continue breathing slowly and comfortably, notice that each exhale allows your body to soften just a little more. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to accomplish right now. Your only job is to allow your mind to become curious. Curious about what becomes possible when you stop carrying beliefs that no longer belong to you. That's right. And with every easy breath, imagine a gentle wave of relaxation beginning at the very top of your head and flowing down across the forehead, smoothing away tension you may not have even realized you were holding. And allow that feeling to drift down around your eyes, relaxing the tiny muscles that have worked so hard each day. And relax your cheeks, your jaw, perhaps even allowing your lips to part ever so slightly. That's right. And that wave continues down through your neck, across your shoulders, as though someone has gently lifted the heavy backpack you've been carrying for years. You may not have realized just how heavy it actually had become. until you felt what it was like to set it down. And that wave continues through your arms, down into your elbows and your wrists and your hands, and even your fingertips can relax. The chest can soften, and your breathing becomes effortless. Your abdomen rises and falls naturally all by itself. The hips become heavy, and the legs, they can relax too. Relaxing down into the knees, the calves, the ankles, and all the way down to your toes until your whole body is supported completely. Nothing to hold, nothing to prove, nothing to fix, just allowing. Now, in your imagination, picture yourself standing at the beginning of a beautiful forest path. Sunlight filters gently through the trees, and the temperature is absolutely perfect. You notice how peaceful everything feels here. And each step you take along this path represents moving further away from old limitations and closer to your authentic self. With every step, you leave behind expectations that were never truly yours. You leave behind labels others placed upon you. You leave behind criticism, comparison, self-doubt, fear of failure, fear of success, the need to be perfect. You don't have to carry any of it anymore. As you continue walking, you come upon an old wooden bridge. At the center of the bridge is a backpack, and you immediately recognize this. This backpack has been with you for years, and inside it are all of those old limiting beliefs that you've been carrying. Things like, I'll never be enough, like I'm too much or I'm not enough. Things like I'll always mess things up or I have to earn love. Things like I'll probably fail or I don't deserve happiness. Things like I have to struggle. And other things too. Perhaps there are many other beliefs inside the backpack that only your subconscious knows. And you don't have to name them. You simply notice. You simply notice how heavy that backpack feels. That's right. And now, go ahead and imagine opening it up, and one by one, you remove each of those old beliefs, not with anger, not with resentment, rather with gratitude, because every belief once tried to protect you. It may have protected you from disappointment, from embarrassment, from rejection, from uncertainty. It simply became outdated. So quietly say to yourself, thank you for trying to protect me. I no longer need you. And as you say these words, notice each belief dissolving into light, drifting away on a gentle breeze, becoming smaller and lighter, more distant, until there's nothing left to carry. Now notice something remarkable here. The backpack itself begins changing. It becomes lighter and brighter, almost glowing, because now, instead of old beliefs, you begin placing something new inside. Things like, I am capable, I am resilient, I learned from every experience, I deserve peace, I deserve abundance, I trust myself, I am becoming more confident every day. My past informed me, it does not define me. Take a moment to place those into that backpack, as well as any qualities you'd like more of, like confidence, calm, self-respect, joy, freedom, abundance, self-compassion, courage, and watch the backpack become lighter and lighter as though these qualities actually give you energy instead of taking it away. That's right. Now place the backpack comfortably on your shoulders and notice the difference. Instead of weighing you down, it supports you. It reminds you who you are becoming. And continue walking across the bridge. And as you step off the other side, you notice another version of yourself waiting. This is you 6 months from today, standing taller, breathing easier, speaking kindly to yourself, making decisions with confidence, keeping promises to yourself, setting healthy boundaries, trusting your intuition. And you notice the expression on your future self's face. It's peaceful, grounded and strong. This version of you smiles warmly because they remember exactly who you are today. They remember the doubts and the fears and the old stories, and they also know you don't stay there. Your future self walks towards you, places a hand gently on your shoulder, and says exactly what you most need to hear. So take a few quiet moments now and allow your subconscious to receive these words. Now, I don't know, perhaps it's something like you've always been enough, or maybe keep on going. It could be everything changes when you believe in yourself, or something else. Whatever you hear, trust it, because your subconscious often knows what your conscious mind has been longing to remember. Now imagine stepping forward and allowing your future self to merge gently with you, as though every strength, every lesson, every ounce of confidence, every success, every calm breath becomes part of who you are today. And notice how natural it feels, as though these qualities have been with you all along, simply waiting for permission to emerge. Take a deep breath in and allow that feeling to spread throughout your entire body. Your subconscious begins updating old patterns. Old beliefs continue dissolving, even after this session ends, and new neural pathways begin strengthening each time you choose thoughts that support the life you want. Your mind becomes more flexible, more compassionate, and more resourceful. You notice opportunities more easily, and you recover from setbacks more quickly. You speak to yourself with kindness, and each day, you could become a little more like the person you truly are beneath the old conditioning. Before we finish, I'd like you to quietly repeat these words to yourself in your mind. I release what no longer serves me. I choose beliefs that support my future. I trust my ability to grow. I am enough exactly as I am. I create my future one thought, one choice, and one action at a time. That's right, good. And take another slow, refreshing breath in, feeling your body supported beneath you. You can exhale with a sigh, letting it out, and notice the room around you. Begin wiggling your fingers and your toes, allowing fresh energy to begin returning, knowing you can come back to this peaceful moment anytime you wish. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, go ahead and allow those eyes to open, feeling lighter, clearer, and more empowered, and ready to step into the life that has been waiting for you. That's right. Welcome back. Now remember, the goal is not to become someone else. The goal is to remove everything that convinced you that you weren't already enough. Every small choice you make reinforces your subconscious blueprint. So this week, I'd like for you to pay attention to the stories that you tell yourself in your mind. And when you catch an old limiting belief showing up, don't argue with it. Simply ask, is this the story I want to keep on living? Now, if the answer is no, choose a new one, because your subconscious is always listening. That's right. Now, if you'd like a free recording and some other gifts, simply write the word mindful in the comments or private message me mindful if you prefer, and then follow the link, which I'll then put in. And if you'd like to work one-on-one to rewire your subconscious mind even more, then I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at unwindthemindllc@gmail.com and or check out the website www.unwindthemind.com. Until then, trust the process, train your mind, and keep breathing into your power. And I'll see you in the next video, where we shall begin becoming the future version of ourselves. Very exciting. All right. So have a wonderful Mindful Monday, and we will talk soon.